Welcome back to my channel. My name's Crystal with Crystal Thrifts and Flips, and here's what we're going to be working on today. I found these two mismatched side tables, both for $4 each at our local Goodwill. To be completely honest, I did not even realize that they were mismatched until I brought them home and started to look at them. But when you see the full transformation at the end, maybe you'll agree with me, but I think being mismatched definitely made the transformation even better. And once I got rid of any potential critters, I gave the piece a very good cleaning, and if you're anywhere on furniture TikTok, furniture Instagram, whatever, this tool has been everywhere. I was so excited to try it out. Finally bought one off of Amazon, and I'm just mad I didn't know about this sooner because it cut my sanding time down by so much. And yes, this video is sped up, but I am telling you, it just scrapes that top stain, top paint, whatever it is, right off. Well, once I was happy with where I was at with the carbide scraper, I went in with 80 grit sandpaper and started to sand off the remaining finish. My goal for this piece was to paint as little as possible. So a lot of the time I did spend on this piece was just sanding and just more sanding. But I am extremely happy that I took out the time and I had the patience to sand as much as I could because I am obsessed with the way that these side tables turned out. You can see right here the previous hardware did leave an indent in the wood, but luckily I was able to sand that away. I was using an 80 grit sandpaper for this first round of sanding. I did end up switching to a 120 eventually and then a 220 to have that smooth wood before I was going to start staining. And here is the second new product I'm going to be using in this video. This is the first flip I'm using on it. We know how time consuming some of that detail sanding can be. This is just going to save me so much more time, so I'm so happy that I bought this. Here is where we were at after my first day of sanding. You can see just that orange stain, how it was before, and now I'm going to wipe down the tables to get them ready to stain. I'm trying to stop spending so much money on new products and use what I have already to flip furniture. Unfortunately, that big stain, I don't know what happened. It got super moldy, but this was a potential one. And so I started to stain. I did a little test spot and I really liked the color. So I did go with this. If you've watched some of my previous flips, you know that I usually prefer a lighter stain or no stain at all, but it was kind of fun to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. If you're interested in the color, it is Special Walnut. Now it was time to prime all of the spots I was going to be painting. I did use my zebra edge brush. And please don't judge me for how bad I was cutting in to this drawer. I promise you it will be fixed. And like I always say, please sand in between every single coat of primer and paint. It makes a huge difference. Now it's time for the fun part, choosing the paint color. If you follow me on Instagram, I did post this to my stories and I had a poll on which paint everyone liked better, and this is the one that we went with. I do paint professionally for a living. That's my main job, so that's the excuse I give myself when I don't tape off when I'm cutting in, even though I probably should. And with this color, I did end up doing 2 coats of paint. And after making some coffee, here we were with our first coat of paint on the first side table. And here's me wondering whether or not I completely ruined this piece of furniture like I do with every flip. I'm sanding away all the spots I might have got a little paint on, and I'm gonna go in and stain all of the wood a second time. This time around, I did use a sock to stain just because it gives you a lot more control, and I needed to be very careful with all the spots that I had painted. Let me tell you, after this second coat of stain, that wood started to look so rich. It was just so pretty. After about 10 minutes, I wiped off the remaining excess of that stain. We're so close to the reveal. I'm using my usual, a sponge with some water-based poly to seal everything up. For sealing a piece is 3 coats minimum. I really want this finish and this paint to last as long as possible, and really you want to focus also on those high traffic areas that are going to get a lot of use and are more likely to get damaged quickly. Now this can be one of the most fun or the most stressful ways to add character to your furniture is finding new hardware. This little PSA, never throw out any hardware, because I had these knobs from a previous flip I had done months ago and they fit perfectly with what I wanted for this piece. And lastly, I added some stencils to the side of the drawers, and just a little reminder, this was the before. A sad pair of mismatched side tables from Goodwill are transformed into this. I'm obsessed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I honestly didn't post them for much on Facebook Marketplace. I've been thinking it's very nice to give people the opportunity that wouldn't necessarily have the funds for these custom unique pieces in their home, an opportunity to have something that they really cherish. So please like, comment, subscribe, support the channel, and stay tuned for the next flip.